Welcome to lesson 2 of Automotive Electrical and Electronics Basics. In this lesson, we will be learning about conductors, insulators and semiconductors. In previous lesson, lesson 1, we learned about the fundamental building blocks of automotive electrical systems. Means, what is matter and what is atomic structure, what is protons, what is neutrons and electrons, how electricity flows and what is free electrons and Bohr model of atoms. So in this lesson we will be starting with the conductors. What is conductors? Conductors are nothing but the one which allows electron to flow. What is electricity we learned? It is a flow of free electrons. So obviously this material should have free electrons, hence the electricity flows. What is free electrons? We learned about atomic structure, where we learned that if outermost shell is full or if outermost shell is having 8 electrons, it is considered as stable, it doesn't have a free electron. The number of electrons in outermost shell is less, then it is considered as conductors. For an example, if you have outermost shell have 1 to 3 electrons, then it is considered as conductor. Less number of electrons, less number of attraction between proton and electron, easy for electricity to flow. More number of electrons, then attraction is more, then very difficult to flow. So a conductor should have less number of electrons. We should have materials which has less number, maybe 1. Let us understand what are all the good conductors and what conductors of electricity. So copper, aluminum, silver and gold are considered as good conductor of electricity. Let us pick up the case of copper. Copper, its atomic number is 29. Atomic number 29 means it has 29 electrons and 29 protons. How it will be accommodated in the atomic structure or in shells? The first shell we will have 2n square. It is nothing but 2 into 1 square is equal to 2 electrons. In second shell we will be accommodating 2 into 2 square, nothing but 8 electrons. Third one we will be adding 2 into 3 square, it is 18. 2 plus 8 plus 18 is 28. What is an atomic structure? 29. So left is 1. 1 will be in the n shell. So this copper becomes good electron. It has good conductivity. We are usually using copper in automotive, but there are places what we are using gold. Why we are using copper? Economically good, its strength is good, and gold we are not using because it's very expensive, gold and silver, and aluminum strength is less. So copper is extensively used in automobile applications. In real world, where we are using our conductors? Obviously it is in wiring, because conductors are the path of electron to flow. If you don't have a path, it will not flow. So electrical wirings we are using, power transmissions. You might have seen huge power transmission around us, and circuit boards. Many circuit boards you might have seen, and electromagnetic coils. some water pumps, and whatever, a lot of coils you might have seen. In automotive, obviously it is in wiring, and motor coils and battery coils. So conductors are nothing but the pathway for free electron to flow. The atoms or materials which has lesser number of electrons in the outermost shell becomes good conductor of electricity. Now let us understand about insulator. Insulator is the one which resists the flow. Conductor allow the flow, insulator resists the flow of electrical current. Then where will be the application? Where we don't want electron to flow. So like what you call some insulator, you might have seen some cover coating around the wires. Some gloves we are using so that we should not have the shock of electricity. There we are using insulators. Now what are the insulators? Example for insulators, one is rubber. I told about the glass, rubber, glass, plastic and mica. Now let us understand how a rubber stops the flow of electrons. We understood that electron flow will be resisted if your outermost shell has 8 electrons or it is full. Now what is the atomic number of rubber? Is nothing but a hydrocarbon polymer. Hydrocarbon polymer means which has hydrogen and carbon. How much is this hydrogen atomic number? It is 1. What is the atomic number of carbon? It is 6. Let us see how it can be accommodated. Hydrogen, let us pick up hydrogen. Atomic number is 1. We place it in the outermost shell, K shell. Is it stable? No, because it has only 1. Either it should have 2 or it should have 8. Now in only one shell, it is having less 1 number of electron. Let us think about carbon. Carbon has how many? 6. First shell, how many we will accommodate? 2. Second shell, how many we will accommodate? 4. Is it stable? No. Why? Outermost has only 4 electrons. It should be either full or 8. Now, how we will make it as a stable? That is why we have created polymers. You see the picture over here. You can see one carbon is placed here which has 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3 and 4. In these 4 electrons are there. Now we have to add 4 more electrons. 4 more electrons where? We will share the electron. We will share means this carbon has 1 electron here and we will add 1 more hydrogen. So hydrogen and carbon will share the electrons. Hydrogen will have 2, 1 of its own, 1 is of carbon. And how many we have? So we have 2 for hydrogen. In carbon how many we have? We have 5 now. Like this 1, 2. Here hydrogen, we have added hydrogen. So hydrogen, then it will share an electron. With carbon we will be sharing another electron. So it will have 4 of them. Then it will become stable. 4 of them means outermost shell will have 8 electrons like here. Then joining here like this. It will have 8 electrons. So if you have 8 electrons, carbon has 2, hydrogen has 2 electrons. So both will become stable. If it is stable, the attraction between protons and electrons becomes strong and electricity will not flow. Hence, hydrocarbon polymer rubber is considered to be insulator. since there is no free electrons. Where we are using it, you might have seen in many places, insulation wire. Sometimes if what you call people are telling check the insulation, because if insulation is not there, then you may get a shock. Safety equipment. Safety equipment means we are using some gloves, some safety shoes, and all those things. Some devices we are creating, and we are creating a casing to device so that electron will not flow outside. Similar way in automotive applications, we are using it for wire insulation, connectors, housing connector. You might have seen two wires are connected to each other, two cables are harness are connected to each other, or wires are connected. A lot of connectors are that, we will learn it later. And insulation sleeves, we are using insulator. Now we learned what is insulator. Insulators are the material which resist the flow of electrical currents since it doesn't have adequate free electrons. The examples are rubber, glass, plastics and all. And we learned about the structure of insulator and application. Let us jump into semiconductor. Semiconductors are semiconductor. Semiconductor means sometimes it will allow to flow of current or electricity. Semiconductor, what is the number of electrons in outermost shell? Usually it goes with 4. So let us start from the beginning. The conductor starts from 1, semiconductors goes with 4, then goes with 8, becomes insulation. That means the conductivity is reducing from when the outermost shell is having more number of electrons, or then it become stable. Semiconductors, we will learn about semiconductors in detail in a separate chapter. So here the examples what we are using it in semiconductors is, one is about silicon, second one is about germanium. So let us pick up the silicon. Silicon, it has 14 is its atomic number. Atomic number is nothing but the number of electrons. In shell 1, let us put 2. Shell 2, how much? 8. We have already learned 8 plus 2, 10. Then shell 3, how much it will be there? 4. That means that becomes a semiconductor. So semiconductor, what is the application for this? You might have heard many times about the semiconductor. A lot of applications are there. So we are using in transistor. What is transistor? We will learn it later. Microchips in computer, understand that. We won't be learning in this lesson or maybe in this series, but if chance is getting, we will learn. And you might have heard about diodes and solar cells. These are all the applications in real world applications. We are using the same thing, these semiconductors, in our control modules, engine control modules, and some of the sensors and transistors and diodes. So during this lesson, we have learned about conductors, insulators, semiconductors. And what is a basic atomic structure of this, and what is the practical automotive application, and what is the structure of this semiconductor atoms. Next lesson, we will be learning about how the electron flow, what is the thing, what is the push which makes electron to flow. Please do like, share and comment on the video, and please do not miss any of the lesson, because it is structured so that a individual can learn the fundamentals of electricity. If you miss any of this, then you won't have the continuity to next lesson. I request you to watch all the videos so that you don't miss anything, and thank you for watching the video.